You have nothing going for you. You're a bum. Boom. As a man, like, you're not supposed to be pretty. The truth about being ugly. Let's go.
Being ugly is, to put it plain and simple, a double-edged sword. Remember how I said in other videos that money is an amplifier, meaning that whatever attributes you have, that money essentially enhances that? Well, being ugly is like the direct opposite of that. Whatever the circumstances around your life are, being ugly makes it worse. When you're attractive and you're—
No cap. He's talking about the halo effect. If somebody who's pretty says a joke or they do something up, it's gonna be like, oh, they'll be able to laugh at the joke or they'll forgive him. But if you're ugly and you say a joke, you're not gonna be funny unless you're the butt of the joke. Look at the whole situation with Marlon and Yusuf.
For sure. Nice to meet you, though.
Yeah, no, it's nice to meet you.
Yeah, really nice to meet you.
All right, well, tomorrow should be everything should be good.
Oh no. You guys are welcome to come over anytime this week. Ew, stop. No, make that face again. One more time. Make the face. That's not the face you were making. Don't, okay.
No offense, bro's not ugly, but like people try to say he's chopped and like that. And so they try to look for any excuse to not like him. But with Marlon, that whole situation where he was gyrating his hips because he got the invite. They're like, oh, it's content. Like, you know, everything is content. Just because he's a pretty boy.
a little shy. Yeah, you know, they're just cute, man. They just don't really know how to express themselves. We can get them to open up. It's so adorable. Come here, let me grab your cheeks. When you're shy and you're ugly, nerd. Oh man, you're so lame. No one wants to hang out with you. I don't even want to talk to you. You're weird.
I'm not gonna lie though, you can fix that though. Like, most people are not ugly. They just need to lock in on themselves for a little bit.
Here, get the hell away from me. When you're attractive and you like anime. Oh man, that's so cool, man. I want a partner that likes anime. You should think about cosplaying. That's so hot, bro. You enjoy anime and you look good. Oh, you're the woman/man of my dreams. You're ugly and you're a nerd or you enjoy anime.
Well, Nizzy, you're cooked. How attractive do you think you are on a scale of 1 to 10? Me right now, I'm not gonna lie. You gotta catch me on the day. Like today, let me take a good look at myself. I'm looking like a cool 6 right now. As a man, like, you're not supposed to be pretty. You see what I'm saying? You're chopped as a man if you're broke. I'm gonna be honest. You have nothing going for you. You're a bum. That's called being chopped.
What? That's so lame. You probably sting. You probably go to Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments and win.
My
you probably
homeboy
have
a pretty
I'm good
boy.
at Smash Bros haircut. Do something with your life.
Yeah, see, you gotta change that shit. You gotta find some shit that works for you. Like having the Smash Bros haircut, you're not gonna look good. Like either you grow out your hair or you cut it short.
You loser. That's pretty much how it goes. Life could already be hard, or it could be easy. But it just gets a little bit harder when you're ugly. Or a lot, honestly, really. Yeah. But in today's video, I want to go over different things that you experience when you're ugly. Now, I know most people wouldn't find me ugly at this point in my life, but believe me, at one point, I was definitely not considered the most desirable strawberry.
Yeah, but that's called glowing up. You just grew up. When you're a kid, you're not really gonna look good.
On that bush. Now you guys are probably thinking, this dude doesn't know what he's talking about. He's clearly not ugly. Well, believe it or not, it was not always like this. Yeah, no, big surprise. People on the internet didn't just start living their lives last year. So I know all too well what ugly people go through. Because, believe it or not, I was not always the ripest apple on the tree. I was indeed the dog at the pound that goes unadopted for years.
Damn.
But you guys want to know the most relieving thing about being ugly? It's realizing that you're not actually ugly. You probably just need to take better care of yourself.
Exactly. Exactly. That's what I was trying to say. You gotta try different things out. Try different facial hair shits. I feel like what works for me is having a mustache goatee combo. Maybe you might need to grow your hair out. Maybe you might need to have it short. Try things out.
Truly ecstatic to have Tej Hanley as the—
Yeah, that was smart. Yeah, way to whip it out, buddy.
Personally,
God dang, how long is this ad, my guy? I know you getting paid, but god damn.
And go through. Ever have those moments where someone is getting baked, eviscerated, cut up, sliced, Swiss cheesed, and it'd be funny. So it's only natural that you're gonna laugh at some of the jokes. And then some cum shot comes in and hits you with the, boy, now I know your ugly ain't talking. And the thing that gets me so upset about when people do that is the fact that it works. It doesn't matter how funny whatever joke was being told was. They completely shifted the energy from whoever was getting
Yo, no cap, but that's how you know you're the easy target. Like, boy, I know you not laughing, and then they just start ripping into you. Because for me, like, it was a point in time where I was that for a little bit, and then boom, I started learning how to flame, and then I would just start going back at people, and I would hit you with a quick response too. Boom, people knew not to come at me.
baked to you successfully. It's always a cheat code, and it's only something people can do to you when you're ugly. Number 2, the only compliment someone gives you is about your personality. Sometimes you're sitting there having a conversation.
Yeah, but that's good. That means you got character development. There's a lot of people, bro, who look pretty on the outside. They have no substance because they just got by looking good. I'd rather be ugly, have character development, and then look good. And then it's like, yeah, I'll look good, but I also have more to offer. I don't want to be one of those people that's just like an airhead that just got by. Kind of, why would you want to be that?
And then you know how you get into those conversations about the positives about people. Like a girl might be like, hey, yo, I think he has a nice smile. And hey, I like that he has dimples. And I like that he's tall. But then she comes over to yo ass and it's like, you know, you're a pretty funny guy.
But I'm not gonna lie, bro. If you can make a girl laugh, you could crack.
Oh my god. What do you mean I'm a funny guy? Was there nothing else you could have said? Probably not. Because you're ugly. The sad thing is some ugly people are like so unaware to the point where they don't even see that as a bad thing. Like they'll actually take that compliment at face value. And I know because I was one of those people. It used to make me feel good too. In fact, I used to feel special because everyone else is getting compliments about their physicality. And it's like, you know, cool. But when she's describing me, she's going into depth. She's talking about my personality, my essence, my soul. I'm special. You're not special, I ain't gonna lie. She just didn't want to be me. Number 3, anything involving the other gender or dating or two-mans or anything along those lines, you are not gonna be brought up. You're either
way too fast. Thank you for the sub.
You're not gonna be the first option, or you just straight up might not be brought up at all. Personally, I didn't know what a two-man was.
What state you from? I'm from Virginia, bro. I feel like net spin. I'm from Virginia. Oh my god, is this it?
Hey, how you doing today? What's your name? Where you from?
Look at that! Look at that little smirk, bro.
Hey, how you
Had.
doing today? What's your name? Where you from?
I'm from Virginia.
Hey, BA is
A lot of people is from Virginia, bro. We running, but you're not gonna find out until we tell you. Telling you, boy, the DMV, yeah, we dead got aura, bro.
Until the 11th grade. Not because they didn't exist, but because no one invited me to go on one. No one told me that this is something that people even do. I thought dates were just one-on-one intimate things. You mean to tell me people turned it into a whole sports game? When was this? The entire time. But no one wanted your ass because you the gum at the bottom of the table. Because you gotta understand, like, two-mans are very strategic. I know y'all know about those fridges that be trying to protect the food, aka that protect the fine from you, or the best friends that aren't necessarily ugly, but they're just kind of gonna give you a harder time. In a two-man, you essentially have to know how to maneuver around women in a way that's advantageous to the group. And being attractive is kind of a cheat code. Even if your personality ain't that great, you do bring something to the table. You look good. You don't have to do much. And sometimes even more than women, dudes understand this. So they're gonna go with the homie that, no homo, just looks better. Especially
Facts. When you go on a two-man, a girl would be like, yo, you got a friend from my homegirl, he can't be ugly. A guy will bring his homeboy who look, okay, he not gonna always, never mind. Okay, it'll be sometimes you bring your homeboy, he look like Shrek, right? A lot of the time, you could bring somebody that can hang in a two-man, and then a girl, she'll just bring like her ugly friend, and it'd be like, one of y'all gotta take one for the team.
if you're ugly and you don't bring anything to the table, like I can't relate to this, but I can't imagine being an ugly person that isn't funny either. Because I'm not gonna lie, I was ugly, but I was also funny. It was a few times where I tripped and stumbled my way into some hoes through making them laugh. A lot of people don't even got that. So your ass definitely not going on a two-man. But yeah, pretty much you're just not gonna be the first pick when it comes to the fine NBA draft. It is what it is. LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, Mario Chalmers, and Chris Anderson are gonna have to be benched based on injuries for you to even get considered to be a part of that championship team. And the last thing, self-deprecation jokes aren't met with tolerance. To put this in a simpler way, one thing that ugly people tend
I'm not gonna lie, being like, oh, I'm so ugly, I feel like that's lame. I'm not gonna lie, like, you low-key gotta just take pride in who you are. Like, if you chop, you chop. Like, it just is what it is.
do a lot is really make jokes about themselves. They cut their own because it's really free game and it's easy to talk about. You're ugly. You know you're ugly. Other people know you're ugly. Make fun of yourself sometimes. But the thing is, a lot of people make self-deprecation jokes for, meaning they're making jokes about themselves in hopes that someone is gonna sit there and tell them,
oh, you're not ugly.
it's actually not that bad. I don't actually think you're ugly. I think you're actually pretty cute. Don't say that about yourself. Be nice to yourself. Be kind to yourself. When you're truly ugly, you don't get that shit. Sometimes they'll just laugh at the joke because it's ugly and it is derivative from truth, and you accept that too. So why the hell do they feel the need to validate you? Or the other side of that, when people don't really know you that much to the point where they want to laugh at you making fun of yourselves because some people feel like that's like an uncomfortable thing to do, which I get. You know, you're just kind of gonna get hit with like awkward silence. They're not really gonna know what to say. Like, damn, damn, you're really sitting here making fun of yourself right now? Ah, boy. Like, I'm sure they want to lie to you and tell you that it's okay, you're not ugly, and everything's gonna be all right. But the chances are that it ain't true. So they're not gonna pretend that it is. And really, that's all that I got for this one today. I could definitely do a part 2 on this because, you know, there's a lot of things that you go through when you're ugly. And also, don't forget to check out T. Shanley.
Okay, shout out to bro. That was a good video. I f with that. I do f with that. The truth about being ugly. We got some more videos.